Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Carrie McElroy, and I'm so grateful to be here with three of the greatest ladies I know, three of the greatest trainers I know. We've got Vivian Rain, my friend Barbara O'Donnell, and my friend Patty Chin. We met several years ago at a gym that we worked at in Norton, and we're here right now to kind of help you. We know it's been tough lately. People are home, they have a lot of time on their hands, you might be snacking a little bit, and you're looking for things to do. You may not have a treadmill at home, you may not have weights at home, but today we're going to do a nice little upper body workout and some core. We're going to do chest, triceps, and some core workout and show you 4 different variations on how you can do that. Patty's got some all kinds of circuit training machines behind her. I'm going to do some dumbbells. Vivian's got tubes, and Barbara's going to just show you what you can do with any particular implements you have at home. So what we're going to start off with is everybody's going to show us how to do a little bit of chest, and we're just going to show you one series of something, a couple of different exercises, but you can of course go on and do 3 full sets of all of these if you want to, but for time's sake, we're just going to show you what you can do for chest. Then we'll go around and we'll do triceps. Then we'll go around and we'll do core. Okay? Feel free to reach out to us at the end, and we'll give you our emails, and we'll have a good time. So if you have any questions, we'll give you a way to reach each one of us. So if you like this, we hope that you'll join us for each week. We'll do a different set of body parts and have some fun. We'll call it our quarantine workout. Okay? All right, we're going to start with, without further ado, we're going to start with Barbara O'Donnell. She's going to show us what you can do at home with anything.
Hey, so say you don't have any weights at all. There's really no excuse not to get a good workout in. So anything you have at home, from cans of food to laundry, dishwashing detergent, laundry detergent, milk, anything like that, or no weight at all. Especially if you're new and you don't want to get hurt. We just want to just show you that you could move anywhere. So here I am in my living room, and all I do is have a little bench here. So I'm going to show you some chest exercises. The first one's going to be a fly, and I'm just going to grab my 2 little cans. And I'm going to have my upper body supported on the bench where my head can relax on the bench. I'm going to squeeze my butt and pull my hips up. My arms are soft like they're around a beach ball. And I'm just going to extend the arms out nice and long. And then bring them back to center. Extend them long. And bring them back to center. So that's called a fly. Now I'm going to show you a single arm bench. So I have my detergent. I'm going to get myself back on my bench. Squeeze my butt nice and tight. Arm comes straight up. Single arm. And then the last one I'll show you is a push-up. Hands on the end of the bench, pop yourself up nice and tight, pushing off your toes, and I'm going to bring my chest right to the bench and extend it up. And that's it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So there you go, folks. So if you don't have any weights at home, Barbara just showed you some great ways to use body weight and something everyone has at home. Vivian's going to show us some tubing.
Hi, I'm Vivian Rain, and I've got 2 different types of tubing. You can probably get them at, Job Lot or Target or something like that. And they come in different resistance, and you can usually tell which one is harder to use because of the thickness. And all brands are different, but you can also change the resistance by walking away from your anchor point or walking towards your anchor point. And you can always stick this in your door jamb. You either can tie it in a knot and put it in your door jamb and shut it. And some of them come with a little attachment that you can put the attachment in, and then you shut the door. So it's different various tubes. So, and also we got some high-tech tubes here that you can get at like Perform Better sort of thing, or maybe TRX. Go online and do some research on that. But for all sake purposes, these will do. I'm going to show you a couple of chest exercises, and so I have a bar here that I'm going to anchor it to. So you take your handles, and it's an underhand grip. See how I get it underneath my armpit as opposed to over here? Because it's going to scratch your arm or irritate your arm, so it won't irritate your arm as much. So you're going to get in a nice athletic stance, feet about hip distance apart. You're going to put your chest out, roll those shoulder blades back and down, squeeze your glutes, pull your belly in. And we're going to push out together. You can give me a little hand twist like this if you'd like, dropping those shoulders down. Exhale on the push out and breathe in. You always want to remember to exhale on the hardest part of your exercise, okay? So you're going to give me about 10 of those. And then you might want to come out a little bit more. We're going to get a little dynamic with it. Get the heart rate up a little bit. And we're going to do single punch out. And you can give me that little twist. So I'm going to be here and just going to punch and have fun with it and get dynamic. Boom. How's that?
Yeah.
That one.
What a
All right, I got one more for you, ladies and gents. All right, so you're standing like the letter T. Arms are out. All right, again, get in that little athletic position. Pull all your flesh into your bones. So you're gonna start hanging freely, okay? So again, we're gonna come and squeeze and come back. So you are in total control of the stance, and the arms stay parallel to your shoulders. And you want to give me maybe 10 to 15 of those. And those 3 exercises, 10 to 15, 3 times, and you'll be square with the chest.
awesome, Vivian. That was awesome. I love it. Great.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to head over to Patty. Patty, who's got lots of equipment at home. So if you're lucky enough to have equipment at home, Patty's a girl for you. Over to you, Patty Chen.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm Patty Chin. So I have this home gym, not very expensive. Well, it's a little under $2,000, but it comes with a lifetime guarantee. It's kind of nice. If the material on it at all cuts, you just call them, they come and replace it.
What did you get, Patty? Where'd you get that? Do you mind us asking?
It used to be down in Brockton, it was just called home gym equipment. But it is Body Solid, which you can still get all Body Solid stuff online at bodysolid.com. I have chest press and bench system downstairs in my basement for plate loaded. And up here I have the pin set system. So right now I'd like to just show you palms over, chest press, making sure that your hands come right across the nipple. This action here is going to take me a little bit in an ascending motion, like so. I'm exhaling, as Vivian said, at the point of exertion. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale, making sure that my wrist is not bending during the move, keeping my knuckles straight out, shoulders down. I'm inhaling back. Some people say, should you, or they've heard through the years, you're not supposed to allow the plates to touch at the same time. However, they used to call that a rest because people would click back, and that's called the rest. But when we take it fully out, bring it back for just a slight tap and push it off, we're keeping the range of motion the same. Sometimes when people get tired, they'll end up making the range of motion shorter and shorter. So I like to bring it all the way back, tap, and push it on out. So that's with palms over, as ascending up for the upper portion of the chest. The next one, I'm going to take same thing, chest press, but my hands coming in this position. So when I'm going out, I'm squeezing, so my chest is coming across like this motion, even though you can't see it fully, it's coming across. So I take it here, same thing, locked wrists without allowing them to bend. I take my inhale, you can't see my feet. However, if I keep my feet planted on the floor, as all of us do, for the most part, I'm going here, I'm exhaling, inhaling back. And let's say now I'm in my home gym, I don't really feel like getting up now to increase the weight. I feel like, I could do a little bit more, but how much really? So I want to, in this situation, I can lift my feet off the floor, just about maybe an inch, lift them off. What that does is changes it slightly, gives me just a little bit more resistance, but it's not from the floor. The leverage is not coming from the floor now. So I lift up. At the same time, my abs get engaged. So it's kind of 2 for 1. I trade off the weight here and put it here. So Those are my 2 moves for today. Chest press, different angles.
Nice. I got a little dog on my lap.
No.
Move it. All right, so Patty, thanks so much. I'm going to move to some basic exercises with dumbbells. I actually have plates, but same difference. So they're handheld plate dumbbells. I'm going to do flies and chest presses and a push-up progression for you, and then we'll move right around to do some triceps. Okay, so hang tight. I'm just going to move my. There we go. Okay, hopefully you guys can see me. Okay. So,
Yep.
Okay, so I've got, this is a plate which actually has the ability to be like a dumbbell. So these are just 10s, and just building on what all of the other ladies did. Nothing really crazy here. I should probably do this. Can you guys see me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
We're going to start with out together and just bringing them on down. So if you don't have a bench, all you have to do is hit the floor. The nice part is your elbows come right down to the floor, so that stops you from going too deep, and you're keeping the pectoralis major loaded all the time, okay? So again, just pressing up, straight up, just a nice, I call this A presses. So here's the bottom of the A, here's the top of the letter A. You just press down right across the nipple line, just like Patty was saying earlier. Here's the second move, a fly. We start palms facing together. I've got my legs up so I protect my lower back. You don't want to be out like this. Have your knees up. Just open like you're squeezing a big beach ball. Okay, and again, hands are right in line with the nipple line. And over. Okay, so nothing crazy there. Last one is I do want to show you a push-up progression, because lots of people tell us all the time that, I'm just going to move this again. Lots of people tell us all the time as trainers, right, gals, we can't do a push-up. So you can always, a push-up is a lot of core work inherently, but it's also shoulders and pectoralis major and minor. So if you can't do a push-up on the ground, no worries. Go up against the wall. You can go up, as Barbara showed us, you can be on a bench. I'm going to use the floor, but I'm going to stand my knees and then move to my toes and show you that quick progression. Okay, so here it is. So we start with, go this way. We start with just a simple tabletop position, and our hands, our palms are right in line with our chest. So just like anything we do in chest, hands are going to be in line with the nipple line. So we can just simply lower down, chest in line with the hands, and I'm fairly wide on my mat. So I'm engaging my shoulders and my triceps a little bit and my chest. Now, as I get stronger, I can bring my legs back. I can bring my legs back and lift more of my body, but my chest still hits the same spot, okay? Here I am. Until eventually, I can get on my toes and lower, okay? But you've really got to pull that belly button in, nice and tall, hips nice and high. You don't want to be saggy. Okay, you want to keep your head in neutral, so my neck is in neutral here. I'm not leading with my neck, I'm leading with my chest. Okay, so a nice basic push-up, and again, you can certainly do that on the wall. Okay, so there's a nice chest round for everybody. So now we're going to add some back of the arm and some triceps. Barb, over to you.
Okay, triceps. I'm going to show you a dip, and I'll show you a overhead tricep press and maybe a single arm tricep. So depending on how strong you feel, you can grab nothing, or you can grab, whatever weights you have at home, anything you can hold on to. I'll show you the single arm, straight up. We're just going to bend at the elbow, and you're going to bring your hand to the top of your shoulder, keeping the elbow extended up to the sky, and then straight up. Hand to the shoulder, and straight up. Okay? And then for the seated, two hand on your chest, straight up. Pulling your core in nice and tight. I'm going to bend at the elbow, keeping the elbows up to the sky, and exhale. And exhale. And the third one is a dip. And dips, you do want to be careful with your shoulders. So if you have any kind of a shoulder injury, you want to, watch out, maybe not go so deep. Or you could pull your legs in a little closer like this. This is a little harder out here. And you're going to stick your chest out. You're going to drop your butt down, bend at the elbow, and push straight up. butt close, push straight up. And that's it.
Nice.
Tricep.
So again, on a bench at your house, Vivian's going to show us some tube work again for triceps.
Okay. Again, you're going to attach the tube either to your door, or I have a bar right here. And you're going to take your two handles and you're going to face your anchor points. Just going to move this a little bit. Just tell me how it looks, ladies. Okay?
Yeah,
So,
good.
you're going to squeeze your elbows to your rib cage. And the deeper you can get into that nice flat back, you're going to feel it in your hamstrings too. So you're going to give you that nice flat back if you can. Now, if this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can come up in a little higher angle. All right, so this is the more difficult angle to be in, sticking that butt out or glute like you're going to shut your car door, okay, with your glutes.
Vivian, pull your screen down just a little bit. Pull it down so we can see. There you go. Good. Okay.
See that?
Yep, perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Hopefully you'll stay there. Okay, so you can see me, right? Is that good, ladies?
Perfect. Perfect. Yep.
So my palms are facing the floor. All right. My knees are a little bit bent. All right. Again, squeezing, shoulders are back and down. And I want a little tension on here. I don't want to relax tubing. So I have a little tension. Always stay contracted in the movements, and you push away and come back halfway. Don't come back fully. You want to stay contracted in the movements. And you push. Full range of motion, extend right out, still squeezing your rib cage with those elbows. And you want to get about 10 to 15. So you can come up a little higher if that doesn't feel good on your lower back, and be here with that. All right, how's that?
Awesome.
Great.
And you can also take that into single. So if you want to, you can be in a single here. All right. And we have another way too. You can come here with it. And again, you're going to be in a staggered stance. That way there's less stress on your back, your lower back. And you're going to come into almost like a sprinter's lunge, like you're ready to sprint down the street. Bring those elbows in line with your shoulders. You don't want to be winged out. See, I got that wing out there. You want to line them in, okay? Can you see me?
Yep, perfect.
All right, so you're going to bring it right fist to your temples and push out. Bring your fist back to your temple and push out. So once you have that form going, I'd like you to dip your head down a little bit. Don't hyperextend your neck, and look down to where the floor meets the ceiling. And again, always, no, the floor, the wall meets the floor, sorry. And you're just going to extend it out, and on that extend out, again, exhale on the extend out. And you're going to feel that burn right here. And that's it.
Love it, Vivian. I love it. Nice. All right, awesome. So tubing over. Thank you, Vivian and Barbara. Over to Patty, showing us some circuit training equipment, tricep moves.
Yes, I love triceps, one of my favorite body parts to work. Often when people come over to me, they say, hey, I want to get triceps. I want to get nice cuts in there. And I say, well, I don't blame you. When we say hi, we should say hi. We shouldn't say hi and bye at the same time. So, just a nice little gesture towards tricep extension. So just as Vivian left off and Barb left off, I'm going to do overhead extension using a cable format. I want to make sure that my head stays in alignment with my just straight line, keeping the elbows close to the temple, and I push out. Not raising my head, but looking down. So everything should be nice, full, straight alignment. Again, I have my feet on the floor. But when I want to change that range of motion, or rather when I want to change the resistance, and not have to get up to change it because it's so slight, but I want to have some type of a change in the middle of my set. Again, I can lift my feet off, make sure that if you're sitting in one of these chairs, you want to make sure that your butt is all the way back to the back of the chair, getting that full line all the way through from the top of the elbow all the way down, fully straight out. I'm gonna take 2 more. Inhaling at the point of exertion when I'm pushing out. I want to exhale, so I inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling. So good. Overhead. Now I'm going to take it up. Same thing, we're going to do tricep. For the sake of time, I'm not going to worry about changing the resistance. But I draw my shoulders back. Is that okay? Can you see that okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so I pull elbows to the ribs. I'm pushing knuckles down. And you can, of course, move away. The further you are away, you get a little more resistance again without having to increase the weight, as long as we're going fully down. So if you don't feel, sometimes people will say, I'm not really feeling it there. So sometimes it's a small, it could be just a fraction of an inch move that you need to make so that you're feeling it depending on the angle that you're at. This one, I have not too much of a range because I'd have to extend my chain out a little bit more. But I can adjust that, make the chain longer. I can come way back and push down and push down. Knuckles to the ground so that you're not saying hi and bye.
Thanks, Patty. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to give you some dumbbell things, not to go around to the same things, but I'm going to add some kickbacks as we haven't seen that yet. And I think I'll do some tricep push-ups for you, okay? So let's come on over, back to my bench, okay? Or back to my floor routine here. So again, you're going to come, oops, just a little bit more. So I'm in a table pose here. I've got one hand on the ground right underneath my shoulders, and I want to lift my hips just a little bit. So I want to get in, if you do yoga, it's a cow position. You don't want to round your back. You're going to hurt your back in this kickback. So you want to lift the hips just a little bit and get to what we call cow position. 90-degree angle with my shoulder, with my arm here, okay? So I'm just going to lift from my elbow to my wrist, okay? Just extend, so 90 degrees and extend out. Just 90 degrees and extend out. Okay, and push just like Patty said, pushing straight out. Vivian and Barbara both told us all the same things. So keep that plate or dumbbell nice and close to your body. Only the elbow to the wrist is moving. Okay, if you want to get the other side too, you can. So again, we recommend, just for time's sake, we're just going to show you one set, but we recommend doing anywhere from 10 to 12 reps and probably 2 to 3 sets. Okay.
Yep.
And then lastly, I'm going to show you, because everyone did overhead, so you already know what to do overheads with dumbbells. But I'm going to show you tricep push-ups. Same thing. You want to make sure that your chest comes down right in line with the hands. The only difference with triceps and regular chest push-ups is elbows are going to be nice and close, and that's where your hands come right down. Okay, so I'll show you from the side here. And again, you can start with the progression. Hips up nice and high and just lower. Okay, try not to cross your feet. That's no good. Always keep the feet nice and flat. We don't want to hurt. We don't want to put the spine in jeopardy by crossing the legs and then have the hips be off. Okay, so nice and flat. Lower, press up. And again, as you get stronger, you can bring your knees out a little bit further and lift a little bit more of your body until you can get to your toes if that's at all possible. But again, the key here is to keep the elbows nice and tight. Here's the front view, right? Okay. All right, so there's our triceps. We're going to end now with just a little core work. And make no mistake, all of these particular exercises have had core as their basis. But now let's really kind of isolate our core a little bit. We're going back over to Barb.
Okay, so I figure I'll show you a crunch. Everyone knows how to do a crunch, we think. And I will show you a plank. So the main thing with a crunch is that while you're on the floor, you want to make sure, or your bench or your mat, you want to make sure that you're nailing your belly button right into the floor. And you want to see how far you can lift your shoulder blades off the ground. And you want to just relax your elbows out nice and wide and let your head fall right into your hands so that all the pull is coming from your abs, your rectus abdominis muscle. And squeeze and down. And squeeze. So right here, I'm nailing my belly button in. I'm pulling my hip bones toward each other nice and tight. And relax. Okay, and then the next one is a plank. Hey, look, you can do this when you're binge watching your favorite movies too, right in your living room. Okay, so we have a high plank. Can you see? Let's see right here.
Yep, perfect, Barb. Yep.
High plank. I'm going to bring my feet about shoulder width apart and my hands about shoulder width apart. So for beginners, maybe you stop right here. I'm pushing off my toes. My weight is right over my shoulders and my hands. Belly's pulled in nice and tight. You can always bring it down to your knees if you've never done them before, or you're only on 10 seconds, 15 seconds. If you can do upwards about a minute, you want to kind of hang up here maybe. Maybe we bring it down to our elbows. Maybe you bring it back up. Maybe you tap a little bit. So lots of variations on the plank, right?
Love it.
Okay.
All right, Miss Vivian.
Okay. Core. Core is just not your abs. Core is chop your legs off, chop your arms off, and that's your core. It's what carries you through the whole day, all right? So, what we're gonna do is attach the tube again to the door or to the bar. You're gonna take the two handles, all right, and the outside hand. Then you're gonna put the inside hand on top of the outside. You're gonna get in that little athletic stance. So you can see that little athletic stance, that's what I mean. Feet about hip distance apart. Soft knees, you never wanna lock your knees out. So again, you can direct how much tension you want by walking away from it or getting closer. Away, of course, is going to be harder. Closer, it'll be easier. So you're gonna bring those elbows again right to your side. Drop the shoulders down. So your ear, shoulder, hip are all in alignment, okay? Pull your belly in, squeeze the glutes. Again, pull all your flesh into your bones, even your legs down here, all right? Here we go. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna push out. Hold for 2 seconds, push back in. Push out, pull back in. So you should be feeling this all down on the outside of your whole torso, on the outside of the ankle. So you wanna do probably 10 to 12 of those, and then you're gonna flip to the other side and do the same thing. Taking it again with the outside hand, fist on the top. Dig it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show you one more. I like to get a little dynamic and get my heart rate up. So you can take it without the tube, without the handles, or with the handles, you're just gonna maybe put the handles like this, or if you have bigger hands, you're gonna just take fist to fist like this. This is how I like to do it. Fist against fist, not using the handles. And what you're gonna do is like swing it like a baseball bat. Get a little aggressive with it, have some fun with it, and pivot in the legs. You can pivot in the legs if you want to, or keep it stationary, but you're gonna keep those arms about shoulder height. You're just gonna swing it across like that. All right, so I'm gonna give you like 4 or 5. I can go slow with it and come back and control it like that, or I can have fun and take my aggression up. So here we go. I'm gonna go fast for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, always exhale on that hard part of it. Here's your core.
All right.
Vivian. What I love about all of this stuff is it's so functional. I'm glad that Vivian said, what is your core? People as trainers always say to us, I want to work my core. What they really mean is their abdominis rectus area. But really your core is your low back, your glutes, your hamstring insertions, your quads, your inner thighs, all the muscles that help us to move in everything we do throughout the day. So all 4 of us as trainers are so, in every workout we make for our folks, it's imperative that we are working on functional training. And all these ladies, including myself, are so into functional training. We see all kinds of things online where, maybe are moving fast and moving in not in great planes of motion. So all of the things we're showing you today represent functional movements we would do in life. So I think that's the key. And I am so grateful to be with all of these 3 ladies. Patty, over to you. What do you got for us?
Okay, I was thinking about what you just said as far as everyday routines, things that people do. I have a couple of clients who take care of their grandchildren. And every once in a while they'll come in and say, I don't know why this hurts today. I don't know why that hurts. My shoulder feels a little sore. And what sometimes they don't realize is that the baby that they've been watching is now a toddler. And so when they reach from their chair and they pick that baby up, or they go into the car, open the door and grab the baby from the car seat, they need to have a nice stable core to do that. And so this reminds me of some of those moves. This is a 10-pound ball. Like Barb said, you can have anything in your house. You can grab a gallon of water, which is about 8 pounds, anything that gives you a little bit of resistance. And so with this one here, we simply hold the weight out. I'm using a bent format in my arms, but we're thinking about the core moving it. And don't think about leading with the arms, but think about the cores taking it. So I'm here holding for 1. I bring it back. I hold for 1. Bring it back. You want to bring it to the point where you feel just where that resistance stays. If we go too far, we kind of can lock it down into a joint, but we don't want to do that. So we bring it, same thing, the other side, coming up, taking it over. So when we're doing moves like this at the gym or at home, we don't think that those are the everyday moves. Part of that are everyday moves. We're going to pick something up. Oh, I don't know how I threw my back out. A lot of times it's because of that, because the core moves aren't there. Another simple one, if you're at home, you don't really have much equipment, you don't need it. You can sit on the edge of a chair. You can sit simply this, holding onto the sides of the chair. I'm lifting, I'm holding. My abs are contracting. I'm down, I'm exhaling, holding. Oh,
Love
simple, try it at home. Not that simple.
Yeah.
And then after you've done that a few times, you say, well, yeah, I kind of mastered that. What else we got? We can change just a little bit. We bring them up, take them out, up, and take it. Just like that. And at the same time, you get nice, your triceps are locked in. You can just go on and on with those, taking it back, taking it up, just like that. Core, important.
Love it. Awesome. All right, I'm going to end with some on the floor here, a real basic one. And I wouldn't recommend, I mean, some people say, well, I'll do this when I get up in the morning, but I wouldn't recommend doing this. Oh, because my dog's going to be part of us. Here, we're going to have a guest for this piece. So, unless you're on something hard. So you could do it on your bed before you get up in the morning, but really, all right, beat it, you, come on. What you're going to do is, you're going to start, okay? Beat it so they can see my leg, you.
Yeah, you're so happy.
Anyway, so I want you to flex your longer leg with the toes toward you, and I want you to pick up your other leg and flex them toward you. Now, you can sit down just like this on the ground with your hands, because I don't have Carmine's in my way, but you can have your hands down, or you can come on up and hold your hands, like Barbara was saying, out a little bit and just cradle your head. So keep a nice, just use your shoulders to come up. You don't want to tuck the chin and look up the ceiling, it'll hurt your neck. So just by flexing both legs, you're going to feel that in the obliques and the abdominis rectus. Your obliques are off to the side here. And then, of course, relax, shake them out. And let's get to the other side. Okay, look at this one. Oh, he's a killer. He's a killer. So we flex both legs. Come on up if you can, hands wherever you're comfortable so that you can feel the legs working. But just the flexing the toes really brings in the obliques. If you just let the toes do nothing, you could hurt the back. So flex and really feel the legs, okay? Last one I'm going to show you. Excuse me, Mr. Carmine, I know this. The last one is one that I love because I've been doing a lot of yoga. So make sure you guys can see me. And it's basically just a downward dog. So a downward dog to a plank is a huge, and again, if you have wrist issues, maybe this might not be the one for you, but we've certainly shown you many today, so you can take a pick. So we're putting our hands here, we start in a plank position, and we lift and push the floor away. I'm on my toes, so I'm drawing my belly button up toward my spine, lifting my hips, and then I'm bringing myself back down to a plank. Nice and flat back, okay? No dipping here. You should be able to have breakfast right off your back here. So we push the floor away, lift the hips, and back down. Lots of core movements here. Back chain and flat. up,
I like it.
and back. Okay? So,
Nice.
all right, gals. So anything else we want to say to our clients as we're ending here? It's been a pleasure. We've done chest, triceps, and lots of core. We hope that we've shown you many different ways to do all those 3 exercises. Listen, it doesn't take hours in a day. 15, 20 minutes, if that's all you've got, that's great. Take a walk around the block, lift, you do a little bit of body weight, do a little bit of, if you have a machine at home, or, like Patty and myself, if you have dumbbells, great. If you don't, Vivian's shown us for $5 or $10, you can get a beautiful tube, nothing that's gonna break the bank, and you can attach it to a door and do every body part. We'll be back next week. Hopefully we're gonna show you back and biceps and start talking a little bit about some healthy snacks. Patty, anything? What do you got?
Well, I've enjoyed this so much. I enjoy working together as a team. It's really great because it doesn't matter whether you're a beginner or someone that's been working out for a while. We can never, ever come to the point where we can't learn something. So I've enjoyed it.
Yes, I agree.
Yep.
Good.
Keep it fun.
All right, awesome. Hey, we're going to put our emails at the end of this video. So take a look. We'll put our names and our emails. So if you guys want to reach out to us, let us know. We are ladies with weights, okay? But men can join us too, okay? All right, it's been fun. I'm Carrie McElroy. This is Patty Chin, Barbara O'Donnell, and Vivian Rain. Thanks so much. Everybody,
Thank you.
be safe,
Bye.
stay healthy, stay home, okay?
Be healthy and exercise.